continue on my like kind of topic about how prices have gone so crazy and why it's not just the economy as Tusi's trying to like kind of play it off as. I found a video comparing concerts from now to 2009, which also happened to be in one of the worst economical years in modern history, far worse than what's going on now. Let's check those prices.
Concerts, gigs, live music. We all love it. We all love going seeing.
I'm a shout out to Rob Galley on YouTube who posted this.
Our favorite artists perform live, but what's one thing we don't love? Paying for them. Let's be honest, over the past 5 to 10 years, concert ticket prices have gone through the roof, and it's pretty crazy. It almost makes me not want to go and see certain bands live, because as much as I would love to go to some of these shows, I just can't justify paying some of these ticket prices. You know, I do make certain exceptions. I recently went watching AC/DC. That was expensive, but for AC/DC, I will make exceptions. But anyway, what I have here is some tickets of concerts that I went to years ago. We're talking 2009, 2010, maybe a little bit earlier. And I was looking through these recently, and I can't believe the prices that it says on the tickets. I mean, obviously back then it was normal, but looking at this,
obviously he's covering rock concerts and whatnot, but similar aspect. Music is music. Prices were probably around the same for rock, maybe even a little bit higher for rap back in the day, just because they were typically some of the bigger artists. But prices probably about the same regardless between rock and hip-hop concerts.
Now, this is insane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these tickets one by one. I'm going to tell you the date and the price that I paid back then, and then I'm going to search up what today's price would be to see the same artist. And I'm telling you now, it's going to be pretty interesting, so stick around and let's get right into it. Before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also leave me a comment of some of the bands that you've seen in the past, and if you can remember the ticket prices as well, get those in the comments.
Just a one
Stadium. That's where I saw AC/DC in July this year. £49.50 for one Foo Fighters ticket, and that in 2008 was probably really, really high.
$50, probably a little more than 50 because he's talking about pounds. So a little over $50 for the Foo Fighters, who were massive at the time. Massive. Can you imagine seeing a massive band like that paying $50 nowadays? Come on now. Like, that's one ticket. And that's probably high. And like he said, for that period, because the Foo Fighters were massive at that time. A little over $50.
So, £49.50. Foo Fighters ticket prices 2024. How much are the Foo Fighters tickets? Standing tickets cost £75, with seated tickets ranging from 54 to 105.
£75, almost $100, about probably like 80 something, close to 90, probably 80 something. Don't know the exact conversion, but around 80 something for standing tickets. That's standing room, general admission tickets. Almost $80.
So from £49, call it £50 for a Foo.
And Foo Fighters, not even close to how big they were at the time. Obviously, they're a legacy act at this point. And like the fact that their prices are that high still, kind of crazy.
Fighters ticket back in 2008, and now it's £105 is like, it seems the maximum for a seated ticket for the Foo Fighters. So I mean, to be honest, I actually don't think that's too much of an increase. I mean, I think it could be a lot worse, and it probably is worse. You'll see in a little bit with some of my other tickets. But £49 in 2008, £75 for a ticket today. I was actually sat down for this one, so you know, 54 to 105 for a seated ticket today for Foo Fighters. Mental. Right, the Get Happy tour. If I remember rightly, this is Bowling for Soup, Zebrahead, and there was one other artist, Bloodhound Gang. That's it. I think it was Bloodhound Gang, Zebrahead, and Bowling for Soup, all in the same show. This was in Nottingham at Rock City, and this was in 2007. £16.50. Bowling for Soup with the headliners. So let's look at Bowling for Soup. Bowling for Soup ticket.
It's about $20. About $20 ticket.
I think Bowling for Soup do actually have a tour coming up. They're playing in Manchester next year. Jesus Christ, this can't be real.
$146. That's almost $200. That went from $20 in 2009 to almost $200 nowadays to see Bowling for Soup, who, quite honestly, I know they have a following. They ain't put out music enough like that, or big enough music to be charging $200. Let's be real.
General admission to see Bowling for Soup, £194 each.
What? Yeah, let's blame it on fans not wanting to go to concerts anymore. Are you kidding me? For those prices, like, you could have went to 10 concerts that year for around $20 for one of these. I'm not paying a $200 for damn near anybody.
£146 each. I mean, it says face value. It's got 2 face value stamps. How can you have 2 face value like things, but they're both different prices? £146 or £194 to see.
And that's before resellers and people who buy up tickets and try to resell them even get involved. Come on, bro.
Arena for the weekend, £300.
Like I said, man, it's ridiculous. Like, it's not the economy. It's not that fans don't want a concert. It's that y'all are overvaluing the price and the cost and yourselves. You're literally overvaluing yourselves and what you bring to the table. I'm not willing to spend $200, $150, over $100 on an artist who does not have a deep catalog of work and who does not have a stage presence and a performance that will warrant that, period. And if you can see the price jump just for Bowling for Soup from 2009, when there was a true recession, a true global recession that was way worse than what's going on now, what are we talking about? The delusion of these artists these days, getting out of pocket, straight up, just getting out of pocket. But this is a conversation I'm definitely going to keep having, because this is irritating to hear from somebody like Tusi talking about hip hop is dead or ain't selling, ain't no money in it. Like, no, bro, there's no more money for trash artists. People are getting hip. Like, why would I pay to see somebody that I only know one song from?